Alright, so good day everyone. So, by the way, in this video we will discuss, basically this is just a review on ellipse. Alright, so in this video, we will discuss how to find the components of ellipse using the formula. Okay, so basically, di ba meron tayong dalawang ways on how to find the coordinates of the components of ellipse. Yan. So, may dalawa tayong way. So, ito, yung una is yung tinuro ko sa inyo, which is yung hindi tayo tumitingin sa formula. Tapos, yung pangalawa is yung tumitingin tayo sa formula. Right. So, also, didiscuss din natin dito sa video na to kung ano yung types of ellipse. Yan. So, ano yung mga components ni ellipse. So, without further ado, let's start this video. Alright, now, so, ang ellipse natin, we have two types of ellipse. So, we have vertical and horizontal ellipse. So, we have horizontal and vertical ellipse. So, kapag horizontal ellipse, this is the standard form. So, x minus h squared over a squared plus y minus k squared over b squared equals 1. So, this is a what? This is a what? This is a what? This is a what? This is a, what you call this? This is a horizontal. Okay? So, we are dealing with horizontal ellipse. Alright. So, this is a horizontal ellipse. Ayan. So, ano yung tsura ni horizontal ellipse? So, horizontal ellipse, ganito yung tsura niya. So, pag ganyan. Ayan. Alright. Next. So, paano natin malalaman kapag horizontal ellipse? Mamaya natin pag-usapan. So, paano naman yung tsura ni vertical ellipse? So, ang standard form ni vertical ellipse is x minus h squared over b squared plus y minus k squared over a squared equals 1. So, this is a horizontal. This is a vertical ellipse. So, ano itsura nito kapag ginraph? So, ang itsura nito is pag ganyan ito naman. So, nakatayo yung ellipse natin. So, paano natin malalaman kapag horizontal or vertical? So, kung naalala nyo, when we are dealing with ellipse, A is always greater than B. So, it simply implies that a squared is greater than b squared. So, mas malaki lagi si a squared kay b squared. So, paano natin malalaman kapag horizontal? So, kapag yung malaking denominator, again, ulitin natin kapag yung malaking denominator ay nasa groupings ni x, then, it means that you are dealing with horizontal ellipse. Now, if yung malaking denominator natin ay nasa groupings ni y, so it means na you are dealing with vertical ellipse. Alright? So, that's it. So, for example, ito, magbibigay ako ng standard form. So, ang standard form natin, let's go like x plus 1 squared over 53 plus y minus 1 squared over 69 equals 1. So, kung makikita nyo, since mas malaki yung denominator ni y, alright? So, mas malaki yung denominator ni y, it means that this equation is actually vertical ellipse kasi mas malaki yung denominator ni y. Pero for example, ganito. Dito naman si 69. Tapos dito si 53. So, since mas malaki yung denominator ni x, ito, sorry, iba natin yung kulay. So, since mas malaki yung denominator ni x, which is 69, mas malaki siya kay 53. So, ulitin ko since ngayon, at this moment, mas malaki na yung denominator ni x. So, it means that this this equation is actually horizontal ellipse. Ayan. So, yun yung pinagkaiba ng dalawa. So, let's discuss the components of ellipse. So, draw lang ako ng perfect. Alright, so let's draw some, let's see if kaya ako mag-drawing ng perfect na circle, na ellipse. Hirap. Wait lang. Kaya mag-automatic. Ayan. So, yun. So, gawin natin tong ellipse. Actually, this is a vertical ellipse, no? Ayan. Alright, so, okay. So, sa vertical ellipse natin, dito sa ellipse natin, meron tayong center. Syempre, di mawawala center natin. So, assuming natin yung center natin. Tapos, meron tayong dalawang foci. So, this is the center. This is the two focus or the foci. So, focus. This is the focus. Alright, so if you draw a line, again, makinig class, if you draw a line, let's say, I will draw a line right here. Wherein yung line, tatamaan niya si focus. Alright, so tatamaan niya si focus, si center, tsaka si isa pang focus. Ang tawag natin sa line na to, that is the principal axis. Alright, so this is the principal axis. Alright, so this is the principal axis. Next, imagine, di ba kung makikita nyo, dalawang beses tinamaan ni principal axis yung ellipse. And ang tawag dito sa dalawa na to, this is what we call the vertex. So this is vertex, this is also a vertex. So basically, when we are dealing with ellipse, dalawa yung vertices natin. Yeah, so dalawang vertex natin. Alright, next. So, if we draw a line, okay, so, burahin ko lang si principal ellipse, si principal axis. So, if we draw a line segment, alright, so if we draw a line segment connecting the two vertices, ang tawag natin sa line na to, this is what we call the major axis. Alright, so this is what we call the major axis. Now, if we draw a line naman that is perpendicular to the major axis, tapos ang midpoint niya ay nasa center, so just like this one, ito. Ayan. So, ang tawag naman natin sa line na to, this is what we call the minor axis. So, minor axis. Ayan. Next, yung dalawang point na tinamaan ni minor axis dito sa ellipse natin, ang tawag natin naman dito ay covertex. So, covertex. This is another covertex. Covertex. Alright, now, pag-usapan natin yung mga distances. So, again, katulad ng diniscuss ko during face-to-face class, the distance between, the center, dito na, center and vertex, this is letter A. And the center and the covertex, this is letter B. And the center and focus, this is letter C. Ayan. Alright, so basically C, okay, when we are dealing with the ellipse, the formula for C is C equals A squared minus B squared. Ayan, so this is the components of ellipse. Ayan. So makinig class, makinig this is important. Tandaan natin, okay, so ulitin ko ito. So, observe natin na yung the distance between center and vertex, this is letter A. Okay? So letter A. So if you would like to find the distance or the length of the major axis. So major axis. For example, you want to find the major axis. Actually, ayan, if you want to find the length of the major axis, the formula for major axis is 2A. Ayan. So, times nyo lang si 2. Times nyo lang si A by 2. So, para mahanap nyo yung haba ni major axis. Okay, now, for example naman, ang gusto nyo mahanap yung haba ni minor axis. So, tandaan natin na from midpoint, from the center, papunta sa isang covertex, ang letter nito is B. So, kapag dalawang B, that is 2B. Ano ba yung dalawang 2B na to? So, this is the minor axis. So, in order to find the minor axis, basically, ang formula dito is 2B. Ayan lang yun, Alright. So, now, let's discuss yung formula-based na pagsosolve ng components ni ellipse. So, may dalawa tayong methods actually. So, tinuro ko na sa inyo parehas yun. So, tinuro ko na sa inyo isa, yung hindi tayo tumitingin sa formula. Pero since nga, may formula tayong gagamitin. Okay, so may formula given sa exam. So, ito. Tuturo ko din sa inyo kung paano gamitin yung formula. So, para lang dito sa parabola. So, basically, kailangan nyo lang hanapin yung value ni H, ni K, A, B, tsaka ni C. And that's it. Malalaman nyo na kagad yung mga vertices, foci, latera recta. Okay, mag-sample tayo on how do we do this. Hanap lang ako ng question. Nasaan ba yun? Ellipse part 1. So, ito, yung pipiliin kong question, actually, ito na yung mga nasolve natin ng face-to-face class. So, ipapakita ko lang ulit. Kasi nga, review lang ito eh. And since wala naman akong magawa at this moment, why not create some video? Yan, para di masayang yung oras ko kaysa mag-scroll ako sa Facebook. Ganito na lang gawin natin. Alright, so ito yung question. So, ang question natin is this one. Ayan. So, una yung tingnan dito. Ito yung question natin. Alamin natin, is this horizontal or vertical? Horizontal ba to? Or vertical ellipse? Kung titingnan nyo, class, nasan yung malaking denominator? Yung malaking denominator natin is 49. Nasan siya? Nasa groupings ni X. So, ano yung sinabi ko kanina? If yung malaking denominator ay nasa groupings ni X, then it means, or this implies, that we are dealing with horizontal ellipse. Ayan. So, we are dealing with horizontal. Alam mo spelling ni ellipse? Ayan. Horizontal ellipse. Ayan. Alright. So, since we are dealing with horizontal ellipse, so isulat natin yung standard formula niya. So, ano ba yung standard formula ni horizontal ellipse? So, that is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals 1. Tapos, since we are dealing with horizontal ellipse, nasan ba yung malaking denominator? So, nandito sa groupings ni x, which is a squared. Tapos, yung b squared nasa groupings ni y. So, ito nga yung standard what you call this? This is the standard equation of the ellipse. Alright, so in this case, para malaman nyo yung mga coordinates, una, hanapin muna natin sa center. So first, let's find the center. Okay, ang center natin dito, class, is HK. So parang lang dito sa circle. So binabaligtad yung sign. So ang H natin dito, iba yung kulay, no? So ang H natin dito is to, -5. So, ang -5, so magiging +5 siya dito. Then, 4, so magiging, -4, so magiging +4. So, ito yung center natin. So, ang H natin dito is equals to 5. And, ang K natin is equals to 4. Alright, next, solve for ABC, number 2. Ito yung sa formula base, solve for ABC. So, yung A natin, class, in order to find the A, una, sulat nyo muna A squared. So, sino ba si A squared? Tandaan natin si A squared siya yung malaking denominator. So, ano ba yung malaking denominator? That is 49. Then, solve for A. So, square root ng A squared, this is A. Square root ng 49, this is 7. Okay, next. Let's solve the value of B. So, sulat nyo muna B squared. Tapos, si B squared siya yung mas maliit na denominator, which is 25. So, B is equals to 5. Alright, now, next, C. Ang C natin, the formula for C is C equals A squared minus B squared. So, ano yung A squared natin? So, ang A squared natin is 49, then 25. So, B squared is 25. So, subtract natin. So, this is going to be 24. And ang 24, pwede pa natin itong ma-simplify. So, 24, this is factorable by 4 times 6. So, basically, C natin is equals to 2 square root of 6. Alright, so now, let's find the vertices, the components. So, dito tayo sa vertices muna. So, ito yung formula sa vertices. Copy ko lang. Ayan. So, ito yung formula sa vertices. Again, titingnan nyo ito, titingnan nyo yung horizontal. Titingnan nyo yung horizontal. Kasi, we are dealing with horizontal ellipse. Alright, so ito yung vertices natin. So, paano natin hanapin si vertices? We will use this formula. So, lahat ng values na alam na natin. So, ito si H, ito yung H natin, ito yung K, ito yung A, ito yung B, ito yung C. So, all we need to do is substitute these values onto our formula. And how do we do that? So, ganito lang. So, ang H natin, tandaan na ito, ang H natin is 5 plus A. Ano ba yung A natin? Ang A natin is 7. Comma, ano yung K natin? That is 4. Yan. So, ito yung unang vertex. And, next, ano yung H natin? Again, 5 minus A. Ang A natin is 7 minus 4. Then, solve. 5 plus 7, this is 12. 4. Then, 5 minus 7, this is negative 2. 4. So, ito ngayon yung dalawa nating vertices. Alright, so ganun lang kasimple with the use of formula. Alright, next, dito tayo. co-vertices. Let's find the coordinates of the co-vertices. So, kinakopy ko lang. So, para, ayan. So, let's find the coordinates of the co-vertices. And how do we do that? Simply by substituting the values. So, ano yung h natin? So, ang h natin is, again, 5. Ang k natin is 4 plus b. Ano ba yung b natin? Ang b natin is 5. And, ano yung h natin? This is 5. Ang k natin is equals to 4 minus b. Ano ba b natin? 5. Now, simply what you call this? Simply simplify this. So, just copy 5. 4 plus 5, this is 9. And, ayan. So, baba lang ulit si 5. Ito, 4 minus 5, this is negative 1. So, ito na ngayon yung mga co-vertices natin. So, ito yung vertices natin, dalawang vertices. Ito yung dalawang co-vertices. Alright, next, let's find the, foci. So, again, we are just using the formula here. Di na tayo gumagamit ng kung ano man. So, formula lang ginagamit natin dito. Okay, so siguro mas maganda kung kita yung pangalan. No? So, copyin ko lang si foci. Okay, so foci. Ito. Ito yung formula natin. Sa foci natin kapag we are dealing with horizontal ellipse. So, paano to isub? So, ang h natin is 5 plus c. Ang c natin is 2 square root of 6. Ano yung k? Ang k natin is 4. And, ano yung h? This is 5. Ano yung c? So, 2 square root of 6. Then 4. So, ito na yan. Ito na yung foci natin. Alright. Next, dito tayo sa endpoints ni, latera recta or the endpoints of latus rectum. Okay? So, actually, 4 na points to. Ayan, 4 na points yan. Okay, siguro dito ko na siya lalagay para nakikita pa rin natin yung values. So, dito muna tayo sa una. Okay? Okay, so, dito muna tayo sa una, ito muna yung gagamitin natin. Ito muna. Alright, so ito muna yung gagamitin natin. So, ano h natin? Ang h natin dito is 5 plus c. Ano yung c natin? 2 square root of 6. Then, k plus lr. So, by the way, para ma-solve nga pala itong si latera recta, dapat na-solve natin si lr or si latus rectum. So, ano ba yung lr natin? Ang lr natin is this. Ito. B squared over a. So, dito ko na siya ilalagay. So, ang latera recta natin, ang LR natin is B squared over A. Ano ba B squared natin? So, ang B squared natin is 25. Tapos, ang A natin is 7. So, that's it. Ito na yung LR natin ngayon. Alright, so ito na yung LR natin. Alright, so solve muli natin ngayon. So, ang H natin is 5 plus C, which is 2 square root of 6. Then, K, ano yung K natin? 4 plus 25 over 7. So, ito naman gawin natin, susunod. And, H plus C, so which is 5 plus 2 square root of 6, comma, K, which is 4 minus 25 over 7. So, simplify natin. So, just copy the x coordinates. So, x plus 2 over 2 square root of 6. Then, let's add the fraction. So, add ko siya. Pwede, since may calculator naman, you may use calculator kapag fraction na. Pero dito, wala akong calculator dito. So, 28, 25. So, this is 53. So, 53 over 7. Then, sa kabila, ganun lang din. So, 5 plus 2 square root of 6. 4 minus 25 over 7, that is 3 over 7. So, ito yung unang endpoints ni latus rectum. Now, yung pangalawa naman, yung pangalawang set. So, at this point, ang gagamitin naman natin, ito. Alright, so next. Ayan, so, H minus 2 square root of 6, 4 plus 25, 7. Again, si 4, ito si K, si 25/7, ito si LR. And, copy lang ulit. Sorry. Ang H natin, by the way, is, ano H natin? So, ang H natin sa formula is 5. Sorry. This is 5. So, this is 5 minus 2 square root of 6. 4 minus 25/7. Now, let's further simplify this. So, 5 minus 2 square root of 6. Ito, simplify natin. So, nasolve na natin to. Ito yun eh. And ito equals dyan. So, 4 plus 27/7, this is just 53/7. And, so baba lang to, 5 minus 2 square root of 6. 4 minus 25/7, that is 3/7. And these are now the second set of endpoints ni latus rectum. Oh, so ayan. So those are the questions regarding the what you call this, regarding ellipse. So, ito pa pala yung some possible questions dyan. So, for example, ito, given si standard form. Ito, given si standard form. Tapos, allow me to copy this one. So, para maganda. Ayan. So, ito. Siguro, ito. Allow me to copy this one. Ayan, so, copy. So, dito ko. Ayan. For example, kunyari, ito yung ito yung tanong, tapos, ito yung given na, ito yung given na equation. Tapos, ang tanong sa atin, ano daw yung length? Okay, so, for example, length of major axis. Major axis. Tandaan natin, class, the length of major axis, this is equals to 2a. So, for example, you are asked, ano daw yung haba ni major axis? So, 2a lang yun. So, 2 times a. Ano ba a natin? 7. So, basically, the length of the major axis in this case is 14. Yun lang ibig sabihin niya. For example, length naman. Yung next, length of minor axis. Minor axis. So, ang formula naman sa length ni minor axis is 2b. So, 2 times b. Ano ba yung b natin? Ang b natin is 5. So, the length of minor axis ngayon is 10. Yan yung mga possible questions. Okay, next. Ito, converting from general to standard form. So, general to standard form na lang. Kasi, yun lang na may importante. General to standard form. Hanapin ko lang. Alright, nasa na siya? Okay. For example, ito yung given equation. Okay, so ito yung given na equation. Yan. So, tas hinahanap yung si standard form. So, para lang to sa circle, parang lang tayo nagko-convert ng general to standard form circle. Kaso dito may extra steps lang. So, ano yung unang step? Group. So, i-group mo natin si x at si y terms. So, ito si x, ito si isa pang x. So, pagsamahin lang natin. So, 16x squared minus 32x plus y terms naman tayo. So, 4y squared minus 16y equals yung negative 32 na constant, ililipat natin sa kabila. So, this is going to be positive 32. Ba't naging pula? So, this is going to be positive 32. Yan. Okay, next. Actually, after ng groupings, di ba sa circles, after nun, ang gagawin natin is completing the square. So, dito may extra step tayo. So, una natin gagawin, dapat ma-factor out natin yung coefficient ng x squared tsaka y squared. So, paano i-factor out? Dilabas nyo lang. So, 16 So, 16x squared divided by 16. So, x squared na lang. Kasi nga, nilabas nyo eh. Minus 32x divided by 16. So, 32 divided by 16, that is 2. Then, x. Alright, so that's it. Ganun lang tayo mag-factor out. Next dito, ano yung coefficient ni 4? That is, ni y. Ni y squared, that is 4. So, ilalabas natin si 4. So, pag nilabas natin si 4, matitira dito is y squared na lang. Minus 16 divided by 4, that is 4. Y. Closing parentheses equals 32. Ayan. So, yun yung sa ellipse. Next, standard form tayo. Completing the square. So, how do we complete the square? So, 16, open bracket, x squared minus 2x plus space, closing parentheses, plus 4, y squared minus 4y plus, open space, closing parentheses, 32. So, completing the square tayo. So, alam niyo na yung process dito. Ano yung coefficient ni x? That is negative 2, then divide by 2, then square. So, ano to? So, this is going to be negative 1 squared. So, dito, negative 1 squared. So, di ba sa circle dati, kapag nandito tayo sa part na to, ang ginagawa natin, dinadagdag din natin sa kabila. So, ngayon, hindi natin pwedeng gawin yun. So, ang gagawin natin dito, kailangan, ganito. So, evaluate muna natin to. So, negative 1 squared, that is 1. Then, times 16. So, ulitin natin ha. So, negative 1 squared, 1. Then, times 16. So, 1 times 16, that is 16. So, dito, magdadagdag tayo ng 16. So, plus 16. Yan. So, hindi natin rekta gagawin. So, gagawin natin, negative 1 squared, that is 1 times 16. So, 16. Next, dito tayo sa kabila. So, completing the square tayo nung kabila. So, ano yung coefficient? That is negative 4 divided by 2, then square it. So, negative 4 divided by 2, that is negative 2 squared. So, idadagdag lang din natin dito. Okay, so, hindi natin pwedeng rekta dagdag. So, gagawin natin, so, simplify muna natin to. So, negative 2 squared, that is 4. So, 4 times 4, that is 16. So, plus 16. Ayan. So, ganyan yung ginagawa natin. Okay. So, ganyan yung ginagawa natin sa completing the square. So, hindi natin pwedeng i-rectang i-add kagad. Alright. So, tabi ko siya dito para may reference kayo kung ano nangyari. Okay. Next. Ano gagawin? Simplification. So, how do we simplify? So, 32 plus 16 plus 16, this is just 64. Tama? Tapos, i-factorize na natin to. So, ito muna. So, just copy 16. X space closing parentheses squared plus 4y space closing parentheses squared. So, dito, ang ilalagay natin yung nasa loob ni parentheses. So, ano ba yung nasa loob ni parentheses? That is negative 1. So, dito, ano yung nasa loob ni parentheses? That is negative 2. So, dito, negative 2. Yan. So, that's it. So, kung makapansin nyo, sa standard form ni ellipse, laging, nasan ba yun? So, laging 1, ito. So, laging 1 yung right side. Yan. So, laging 1 yung right side. So, dapat dito din, maging 1 din yung right side natin. So, paano yun? I-divide natin yung buong equation by 16. By 64. So, divide by 64. But 16. 64. So, basically, magiging ganito yung itsura niyan. So, 16, x minus 1 squared over 64 plus 4 y minus 2 squared over 64 plus 6, equals 64 over 64. Now, simplify natin. So, 16 divided by 64, this is 1/4. Tama? 1/4. Sorry. This is 1 over 4. Tapos, copy lang natin to. X minus 1 squared. Plus, ito naman, 1 divided by 64, this is 1 over 16. So, 1 y minus 2 squared over 16. So, di ba kapag ganito, kapag ang coefficient ay 1, hindi natin siya sinusulat. So, okay na so ganyan na lang. Ayan. So, equal, 64 divided by 64, that is 1. So, ngayon, ito na ngayon yung standard form natin. So, this is the process on how we convert from general to standard form. Ayan. So, ganun ginagawa natin. So basically, those are the questions or those are the problems regarding ellipse. Ayan. So, kung mapapansin nyo, matulin yung pacing natin. So, kaya nga ina-upload ko sa YouTube para pwede nyo siyang mabalikan kagad. Mas maraming options for speed sa playback settings. You may adjust the resolution if you want to. Ayan. So, ito. Ayan. So, these are the problems regarding, these are the topics, the possible problems regarding ellipse. So, hopefully, makapag-review kayo ng maayos. Okay, so that's it. So, thank you for watching.